Okay, so I already looked at some popular hands. Let's look at the hands I want to look at. Oh, and that's on my Discord actually as well. Redline's been winning like every session. This session, I think I took the piss though. Damn it, that one, but grateful for the win on that one. Feels good to catch the Sunrun arc. Where's like the ultimate Sunrun graph? December 18th to now. Damn. That's my last 10k hands. All right. Let's. I guess you can look at this. I don't love my opponent's decision to play turnover vet, but people just do what they want. Anyway. Sorry, boys. I'm just checking some shit out. We'll get to studying for like an hour, but. Yeah, we're over 50K, Craig. So that's pretty good. Wasn't sure the challenge. Yeah, there's not much of a challenge because the I've already been playing 2K. So like, what's the next step? 5K. So there really isn't a challenge anymore, right? Like, I mean, I understand like there's a certain money you probably want to get to, but that was never the goal. It was just to become. I want to end up once I get to 100K. I want to play heads up for everyone. So. I might do something to start the new year, guys. Should I go like 100K in 90 days or something? Should I do a challenge like that? I've seen people do that. Should I try to do that for the new year? Or like maybe not 100K in an X amount of time, but 100. See how long it takes me to get to 100K. Okay. Anyway, I gotta study. I just wanted to check something, and I don't know why I'm like keep forgetting how to check it. Do like Benna. Talk about making millies. Benna's just too good, man. I'm pretty sure he played 1/3 on this board. Let's go back and check, take a look. Let's just try to review like a couple spots. I'll review some viewer hand histories. Not like that's the most locked in I've ever been. I feel like this is 1/3 with range here. Huh? We'll unlock it. Do you get coaching or have you gotten a lot of it? I've never gotten coached. I mean, obviously you're supposed to raise a lot here. Any New Year's goals? Yeah, there's a lot, honestly. Personal goals, yeah, you're saying not poker. Yeah, I really want to, like, I kind of started slacking off on my Japanese and my fitness a little bit, so I want to get back into that. Like, I still do it, like, every day, but I'm not, like, consistently, like, 6 days a week, like I want to be, or, like, 7 for the Japanese, so. There's that. I want to eat healthier. Obviously, these are, like, cliches, though. Everyone's, oh, I'm gonna get fit. But, like, everyone knows the gym on January 2nd is fucking packed, but, nah. I mean, it's more about like my consistency. I just want to be better. Probably stop playing as much video games. And then yeah, I mean oh, there's a couple personal goals that I want to share, but yeah. Fix poker related goals though, or like poker's a big part of my life right now. So I mean, yeah, got some goals with the stream. Got some goals with the with what I want to achieve in 2026. I'm feeling really motivated right now because I'm running good. When you run bad, it's really easy to be not motivated, but when you run good and you need to capitalize off of it, like. And I have the 100% rake back, so I probably will just grind the fucking living shit out of this. I'm pretty sure it does. Like if I go like it's a multi-way spot. Like this hand's technically a mistake, right? I kind of had a feeling it would be in game, but you see I can upload it. This hand's technically a mistake. I already reviewed it yesterday, guys. We rolled 90 by the way pre, so it's like low frequency call. If you one size this raise, it's not as bad. But basically the idea is you prefer diamonds on the river to clubs, and the reason why is you're gonna have too much diamonds when you get to the river, I think. He's more likely to have like king, queen, or diamonds than I think king, queen of clubs and king, queen, or diamonds, I think. Stuff like this. Maybe not actually king, queen though, so it doesn't necessarily make sense, but yeah. But anyway, diamonds are slightly better. And like you don't get to bluff that many hands because they're so little behind. But he was like, he had ace king, which is obviously a huge error. Ace king is like mostly folding flop, so yeah. I kind of had a feeling you would have too much of that shit, so I felt like I need to shove it. And that's why it's not always about being a solver. Because your opponents might just make mistakes. Because people don't really like folding. They kind of want to see like, oh, is he giving up? He's giving up, and they call too many hands. This says my hand was trashier, but this hand is not. I'm so sick of these love songs. We only got stacked once on a 1K during the stretch. Like, what a sunrun stretch. Like, this is just my true win rate, guys. Look, we're running bad. We're below 2K in EV. The EV is now up to 11.2K. That's pretty good. I mean, anytime you're beating GG, our win rate's almost in the positives. The 200 just fucks it. If you just filter, like, we're winning at 1K for like one big one. So if you just filter for, because the GG rake is so high and it's a lot of rake back, so winning before rake on GG is pretty huge, especially with the rake back I'm getting. Also, like I said, guys, we're always getting better, right? That's the goal. I mean, you think I'm playing a lot better now than I was playing through this sample, you know. And now, obviously, I'm running good, but yeah. Running bad. Yeah. Also, 200 seems like also guys like 200. To be honest, I just don't have any respect for the players, so maybe kind of played bad. Like 200 is a stake that I felt like I lost a lot of EV from streaming. Um, just because before I streamed it was like extremely easy. Like there's just certain nitty players that I could just range bluff. And it's like annoying, like you have to play like way too exploitative. I don't really like it's not a good meta for the stream for me. In theory, it's probably good for most people, and the people don't like streaming higher. But the way I play, I don't mind the playing of the higher stakes. And oh baby, I've been fucked up ever since you've been gone. Okay, what am I even fucking looking at, man? I had like 8-7. I gotta like focus. says the plus thing here. How do you get rid of it? Because I kind of want to see the whole graph. But it just shows me your like my peak. 11.2k and EV is crazy. Thanks for a great year. You're a beast. Thanks, man. Next year is gonna be 20 times better though. Like we wasted so many months like, playing lower, but we've been doing well higher. I'm sure 8-7 is supposed to call on the big ones though, so yeah, I was right. Like you want the 8 of clubs more than you want the 7 by a good amount though. Went from a 10-0 rig to a 50-0 rig. Big part of it was watching your stream. Wow, man, that's good to hear. I hope you keep crushing it. Imagine if you're making improvement that fast, then you just have a lot of potential, bro. So don't waste it. Keep working hard. Don't waste your potential. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it obviously makes sense that you should, but like, I just didn't feel like. I mean, what's bluffy size? I mean, maybe there is no excuse. Maybe I just have to call this. This is a 0.31 big blind fold. I don't really just like chalk stuff up into thinking that everything I do is good, but to be honest, he went to 10.8, so he went like to 150 basically. It probably does change things. What size did he even go? I will, bro. 2i2i. Yeah, you got this. Okay, now my hand is not as good of a call. Obviously, Santa Claus means something. Blocks 9-7 and blocks 7s and like doesn't block bluffs. Could you bluff with worse 7? No. Also, wait, the 7 of clubs is the highest EV because when you hit trips, you don't hit a flush completing card. I think that's probably the highest EV reason. Because if you look, you don't actually interact as much. So it actually just comes down to the equity of the hand. Like this EQR is a lot higher for that reason because you can hit like really good trips, whereas these other hands can't hit good trips the same. There's only one card as opposed to 2. So I need to be attentive to this heuristic next time. But we're betting on straight completing feels like value, yeah. It's easy to bluff. The issue I find is sometimes is that the follow through rate from people is just too high, but I don't know. So I like to fold earlier. I've gotten used to this because I've just noticed that people will like not check back king 10 of diamonds here enough, for example. Like, I don't know. Makes it exploitable a bit, but to be honest, like a lot of regs are just not. I don't know. I actually remember who this is. Maybe this guy is finding checkbacks, but there's some regs like there's a huge leak in their game. Like they just when they bet, they just always double. Like, unless they have a club or something obvious, they're just gonna double. Even if king 10 is a terrible hand, even if having like 8, like what ace 8's obviously horrible, right? Yeah, like what is checking EV in theory? So even king 8 does. How does queen 8 have checking EV? Because I'm calling 8-6. What am I calling? Oh, 5-3. Right, 6 of clubs is just a pure raise. This 5-3 call is tough find. It's profitable even though you never win on the river. It's crazy. I guess you're just getting the raw equity. You're slightly under, so you need implied odds. McDonald's Gesture does a call? Yeah, I guess so. I think part of it is like nerdy solver heuristic, where like you need to give your opponent some checking EV on the river. I don't know. It's just so stupid, but it makes a lot too. I guess you're like raising 10-8 pure as well, so I got a hand for you. I post in the disc. Post the hands in the disc if you guys want me to review hands. I'm kind of lazy today, but I'm gonna get a Coke. I'll be ready. Okay, let's see. Did you send it? Hero raises. Big blind calls. Big blind checks. You bet 75. I mean, you can bet over bet. I mean, this hand will check sometimes, but I would never check it at your stake, but. Actually, would ace king? No, none of. Wait, what hits? No. I don't think it actually would ever check. I'm actually missing. I think I'm thinking more from a heads up perspective. Because heads up, like ace 10 is basically the same thing as ace king, but this is not sure in 6 max. So yeah, ace king's gonna pure bet all of this stuff. But I like the overbet because you're basically just betting the same hands, but you overbet, but it's whatever. He calls, you get double flush draw, then you overbet, that's good. And he donks into you on a spade river, and then you fold. Yeah, I don't mind the fold. I mean, it is tough with your hand, right? Normally, I mean, I can see it, right? Like, it's just a queen x of spades, or it's like 7x of spades. Or it's just like a fish, because you're playing lower, that just calls a 9-8 of spades because they don't want to fold their flush draw. And then they just jam it. I think it's better than 75. That you on your card in your board. Yeah, I think it's good to just fold this spot. And obviously, like, the king is, like, quite good. So, he, like, has to, like, if he's ever bluffing, then I think calling with the king is good. But you could just be worried he's never bluffing. I don't mind folding spots like this. Not gonna affect your win rate. Probably good overall. Heuristic that you just fold it long term. Versus a recreational. Obviously it's a recreational, right? Like, I don't know. If it's a reg, then honestly folding, calling probably makes more sense there. Just because, yeah. I don't know. Just because it almost seems like it could be a bluff. But also Rex do spaz donk. This is like gonna be the most boring spot ever, David. Really. Oh, it's versus a reg. Check, bet. Jam. Damn, what the fuck? Yeah, I guess he's like tighter, right? Oh, you're playing 100 now. Congrats. Yeah, that's fine. It's not really like a bluff spot. I don't know. Obviously, there's Rex sometimes, but is it a reg? I don't even understand. Yeah, either way, I think it's good to just fold. The overtrap on ace, yeah. For sure. I think you should probably just bet turn though. It makes the spot easier. It's exploitably, you just don't get enough bluffing EV on the river to trap on turn. They just check raise you, you just fold. Use the initial raiser too, so it's not like I don't need to run it. I just like betting. Like if you got a weaker ace, just because like if it went bet call and you got this run out, you could just shove river and it gets like ace queen or ace jacking and stack him. But like, yeah. Why do you feel like they won't call two streets with an ace? But like even then the logic doesn't make sense because the river has to be overbluffed, right? And I just don't think people really overbluff on this river. Because even if you say, oh, they won't call anyway, then I should trap. Well, the only reason to trap is if it's overbluffed. Otherwise, you might have like got him to fold his fucking king six bullshit. I'm mostly just trolling. I was gonna say 6-5. What do you want to call it? So.
Hi.
What is HUF 400? Hi. What's that? What is HUF? Sorry, honestly, thank you. I'm just confused about that. Oh, Hungarian foreign. Ah, thank you. Thanks for the super chat, though. Appreciate it. Hello. Thanks for the super chat. Appreciate it, man. I don't know. Your stick, I just like to simplify. I feel like running dark tech is like not as important. I know it's boring, guys. Everyone loves to run dark tech, but most of the time your opponents are just like. Most of the time the conclusion is like, well, they're not gonna bluff the river, so which is bad. Like honestly, that stuff just adds up so much over the long run to your win rate. It really does. Like just constantly making the right decision and not getting too cute will like just make a huge difference in your win rate. Like it could legitimately add like 5 to 10 bigs. Like just constantly like doing this stuff in the right order versus the right player. You know, it just adds up. And it's kind of like I know this because I used to play 2K. It's less than $1, man. I googled it. Yeah, honestly, it's hard for me to sometimes like the issue with me is that like 1K these hands play out so different, even now. Though overall it's just underbluffed. It's so crazy because like in this pool, like being like crazy aggro probably makes so much money, but overall, like what's important in this pool is I think to like I said, exploit the fact that they're nitty by like front loading your value and not trapping too much. Like at my stake, there's a lot of guys like I will gain the EV back very fast from trapping my hand, right? Because they actually will bluff into me. So like it's like okay, but like here it's like you're just gonna make more money from just betting. And like you kind of have an advantage because you know on this board like they're not gonna check call a set. So are you also? I don't really have PVI in my pool, but apparently they're buffing PVI, right? Like we're nerfing PVI. Like you got wait, that means you guys are getting more rake back, right? Like that's a good thing. I hope all y'all are getting more rake back. It's like a great change, honestly, for GG if they did that. Why is my fucking thing doing this anyway? Let's go to another hand. I just want to look at stuff. I think I just want to like volume look at hands. I know I'm like, okay, I just want to make sure this hand ever bets flop. Boring ass hand, guys. Sorry. But sometimes you need to like get polished on your flop play. Sometimes I feel like you just need to bet different versions of trash. They're not going to do anything good for the regulars. So wait, it got worse for you guys or what? This hand's mostly better. Yeah, I know I need to start bouldering, dude. I know. Hi, key David, wait, where do you live? My girlfriend wants to go to Romania at some point. She just randomly said that to me. I was like, sheesh, bro. I like know a person on every spot in the world, it feels like nowadays. Yeah, this hand. Okay. Probably underdoing it, honestly, because I remember rolling a pretty high number. I'm gonna take a look at this one. Bucharest. Yeah, she wants to go to like Transylvania. Where's that at? Okay, those raise. Yeah, your raising range mainly is built around the sets, like I was saying. And obviously some ace can. I played half ball, but maybe 75 is actually the better size. Oh my god. Guys, find me at sickestreglines.com. Like, actually, like. The mountainside is super cool. I see. How big is your country? On hiking, if you guys are into it. Oh, I see. Lots of bouldering. Good to see you're playing 100 NL though. But by the way, thank you for the dollar. Thanks for the super chat, Atlas. I didn't mean to sound like I didn't think it was much, but I appreciate it. I appreciate anyone supporting the content because I don't really make much of content. So now I make more because I get the rake back. Like honestly, like that's basically the whole idea. So getting that rake back is absurd. So. At some point, guys, I'll probably start doing coaching, but I'll probably do it like after like maybe I'll try to. I'm gonna like slowly do it, but yeah, the issue, guys, is I think I have to just charge too much for what people are willing to pay. To be honest, so yeah. It's just not worth my time to do it for not much money. This one I'm actually curious, okay, guys. This one. Okay, honestly though, it's pretty easy to have bluffs, I guess, on the river. Cause like now that I look at this hand again, I'm probably just not folding ace five at ever. Cause he played this hand so troll, so I just can't even fold ace five on this turn. Cause it's obviously like my opponent's just a memer, right? Like, obviously just like such a meme fucking line. Like, everyone knows this line is like trash. So, like, you get dealt king queen, and then you just like run small checkers in a block. Like, surely this is not good. No. Like, I can understand maybe the idea to size down is like maybe you're scared of the 3, but like I'm not reopening much 3x, so I think it's fake. We'll set to end the review. Okay, I'll review it after this one. Okay, high frequency check. He finds that. King 10 tennis spades is not even reopening that much. I reopened it more than I probably should have. Oh, if this hand had gone check, it would have been so chill for me. Honestly, I just don't expect people to have a strong enough checking range, but we'll play him. Yeah, it's like a pure pot. Like, I don't know why. Honestly, this is such a street poker hand that I should just be thinking, like, I should have just jammed anyway. But I just felt like the folding range was a king, so... There's no way you're gonna ever jam this hand as a bluff. But all in does make 15, but my checking EV is literally 17.8. But the issue is it's probably not that, so. Yeah. And like ace 4, the ace of spades is good. Funny enough, like the king x bluffing EV is so much higher though. Like, what the fuck? Did you guys ever expect that? Like, why is my king 10? It's because I get called by worse? I guess it's because king x calls you. I don't know. I think I'm just probably never getting called here, to be honest. I guess kings is a big one. Alright. Should have just jammed, honestly. I think it would have made it makes more money. Alright, let's do the hand in the hand history replayer. I meant someone sent a hand. The Diddler. I think there's two. Okay, let's look at the first one. Small blind raises, hero calls, small blind checks. You don't need to reopen this hand all the time, but it's fine, I guess sometimes. Check, check. This is a funny ass line. Is it versus a recreational? Yeah, I don't know if there's like too much purpose behind this. Like, what is the logic? Like, because like you're not perceived to check back that much 5-4 once you bet flop and turn a 6, right? I understand they can't have 5-4, but like the thing is like they can still have 6s or 7s. I know, like haha 6-7, but they really can. So I don't know if I love this size, but because the thing is you can't take away that it works. I mean, it's supposed to work like 80%. Like even if it's working 70% of the time, like that's extremely losing, right? So. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't jam this hand. I think you could play raise. I mean, you got to think about the hand, like, practically speaking, right? I feel like you're just kind of going off vibes for it being weaker, but I don't like the jam that much. Don't think the 10 does much for you. I think, like, this hand is probably a good hand to just call. I mean, you have a 10. Now, are you good all the time when you call? No, but you don't have to be good very often, and you're definitely going to be good often enough, I think. That's the idea, right? So. I'd bluff here if I had like 6-5, even like. Yeah, I think you could also check back flop. Your hand's a pretty good hand to check back flop because on a turn jack, like let's say he has like jack 8 or like he has jack 7 off or he has even ace jack, right? On a turn jack, like you're not doing as bad as if you had 10-9, right? You could fold out some of this jack. It's kind of weird in spots like this, to be honest. The jack it does have a straight draw, so basically no jack is folding because he has to have like jack 7 to be folding. So in spots like this, it's okay, but it's a general heuristic. When you have the over, you benefit less from the denying the equity from this reopen. In this particular spot, like I mean, like Jack 8, Jack 9, and like Ace Jack, King Jack, none of these jacks are folding regardless to the bet, so I guess it doesn't matter that much. But so if you have 10-9, you're not still getting Jack X to fold. Yeah, look back on this hand. Yeah, you just have to be careful this all in. Because, okay, one thing you have to, like, don't like never think like when you're going this big, you need to think about every single combo they have. I think if you're going this big, you need to be very confident your opponent has 0 calls. And there's no way to assume that here. I don't think people will really fold 7s too much. Like, yes, obviously you might play for some guys that like literally won't call, but like then and those players are obviously like you need to spam that versus them, but like this hand is just you're kind of just blocking the folds, right? Like you want him to have like ace 10. Like the 10 is just objectively bad, right? So yeah. I think like the river card is extremely important in this hand, right? Because you're really repping like 7s or some shit when you like, boy, like, I don't know. Like he's really repping 7s. He's repping 7s and 6s. So like I had like 6-5, or maybe not 6-5, maybe like 6-8 because he can have 9-8 and he could have check called 9-8 on the flop, but he's not going to check call 5-4. So maybe I hit like 6-8. If you really wanted to do this, it's like better, because but like obviously you're not doing it like blocker wise. You're just doing it because you think it's good. And I just like I'm saying like I think he could check all 8-9. There's no reason like people could trap the block here. It's probably unlikely, but you could just raise a non-all in size. It will really help your odds a lot. Like if you even went to 6 bigs here, or $6 here, like 60 bigs instead of 120 bigs, like that's gonna help a lot. Yeah, my assumption is that the 1/3 block is just generally will to run value for sure, for sure. But like I said, he just needs like one trap ever for you to be losing here. Basically, I guarantee you, he folded a hand that like is never calling. And I guess that's what you're saying is the point, right? Which is true. Like he never has 9-8 in this line or never has it, but like you might be getting the odds. He only needs to call like fucking like 7% though. So like it's like yeah. So I'm just saying be careful. Because you might accidentally just exploit yourself. That's gonna work like 90% of the time. It could still be losing, right? I'm just saying, like, honestly, but also you beat the weaker value, right? Like, what's the weak value? It's like Queen X, that like a check called flop. Like, you could just call here. You're ahead of 10-9, 10-8, so your hand in theory is definitely calling. Like ace 10, yeah, but you have a 10, right? So it's like kind of weird. It's kind of weird because he's repping a 10x size, bro, and you have a 10. You know what I mean? Okay, let's look at the size. I'm not saying it's like it's good that you're like thinking about attacking the block and you're attacking the weaker lines. I like this idea overall. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying you gotta be careful when you're betting 12 bigs into this. Like my opinion at your stake, like you just want because you can't always account for like you have to account for some level of randomness. When you play big sizes versus unknowns, so like you want to be sure, like practically speaking, they have 0 calls. And your only read for him having 0 calls is the fact that he bets small, which I don't know if is a good enough reason because he could be if he has 9-8 and he wants to get all the money in, he could be inducing anyway. You know, we could be like, oh, I'll block 9-8 and get all the money in because he could check call 9-8. It's possible. Right? I mean, you're assuming you check call like a queen race then. Okay. Overall, good. Like it's good to bluff. You could almost raise for value and decide to bluff jam. Yeah. You need to just call this hand, obviously. But I mean, it's sometimes the bluffing EV can like, dude. If the bluffing EV, you can't raise for value. I mean, yeah. I mean, I actually I get what you're saying. I guess. Yeah. Like theory wise, I mean, like if we're talking like. But like the thing is, you can't raise for value at his stake. But yeah, you like because people aren't. But yeah, because like people just really shouldn't be blocking too much Queen X here. So then it's like, yeah, okay. Bare Bones Boy and Evie on me drinking 12 beers tonight. What's up? Fucking way too much. Your equity on doing that's 100%. Yeah, I know how you're obviously right, but like I said, I'm trying to view it for like a micro six perspective. I don't want to just like Yeah, you don't have your YouTube linked on your Twitch, eh? You're right. I need to do that. I thought I do. I thought I do. I thought I do. Do I not? Oh, look, it's me. What do you mean? Oh, I see. There's another section. Oh my god, guys, look how many followers I have. I'm so cool. Oh. Okay, let's look at this spot, though. If you guys know any degen gamblers tonight and they're gonna gamble, make sure they gamble on GG Poker using my affiliate link, guys. When did you go to? Are you coming to Tizzy's tonight? Nah, I'm not. My brother is, though. What sizing would you pick? What spot are you guys? I wouldn't raise for value in your stake because people are too nitty with Queen X and they will block it because they're scared. So I wouldn't raise for value at your stake, but theoretically you would be playing like R50 because you can't raise that much. I would just call it. It points out that like I think you're thinking too much about like honestly, okay, if I was to like really give an insight to your thought process and not talk about the hand, my main leak I could tell in your thought process by the way you're describing it is when you're facing. Thanks for the sub, Charlie. Appreciate you. When you're facing this size, you're thinking too much, and like I only have to be good 20% of the time. You're thinking more so in like you want the thing that happens more often. You want to win the hand more often, like which is a good heuristic to have in poker, but that's not part of the game. Like that's not the main thing in poker. So when you go all in here, you're gonna win the hand like 90 fucking percent of the time, right? And if you call here, you're supposed to only win like X amount of the time, like very little amount of the time. Like let's say, like you're ahead of value, so like you actually could be winning over 50, but like in theory you only need to be winning like what, like fucking guys, I'm trolling the math, but it's like 20 fucking percent of the time, like 25% of the time. So like this hand is clearly going to be winning 25% of the time, especially because you block a 10. You know, like your opponent, because you have to call like 80% versus your opponent in theory can value bet 9s and 8s probably. Your opponent could definitely could value bet 10, 9, and 10, 8 because you would just have to call 7 and 6x and 3x. Like it's just you would have to call 5s and 4s. You would have to call stuff because he's blocking. Otherwise you would be overfolding to the sides. This is like theoretical, but it's good that you're like aware that like people are nitty and stuff and intuition, but don't be afraid to just like don't chase the desired result of just winning the hand every time. At 10-0, I don't like giving people range advice. It's obviously not a theoretical play, right, Jim? So I don't like being like going in too on the theory and why it's bad. Like, cause I want them to just win at their 10-0 stake. I want this guy to just crush his stake. But I can tell the issue with his thought process, I think, is it's focusing too much on just getting his desired outcome more often. Which is when he calls here and sees ace-10, he feels like his opponent won the hand. But that's not actually the truth. In reality, his opponent just, like, he made a winning call, and his opponent doesn't, you know, like, that's... Ain't no way we coaching the Diddler 69. And Charlie, when are you hopping on the poker, bro? Feels like in some ways that Alika allows you to win at Talon and stuff, but I've started to study the bluff catching spots because it's my main league. Yeah. I think, especially for smaller sizes, bro, like, just have this idea that calling is never bad. Like, legitimately calling is never bad. Versus B20, you're like, almost impossible to be exploiting. Like, your opponent, like, at best, is, like, you're overpaying him by, like, by overcalling. Let's say you're supposed to be calling 80 and you're calling fucking 90, and it's like, I'm such a spot. Like, that's really not a big league in your game. Like, realistically. Like, honestly, being unbluffable in this spot is, like, completely fine. That looks like this looks like a fundamental mistake. Oh, it's definitely a massive fundamental. Bro, I know. But I'm saying, like, obviously, if the guy sent this hand from a 1K perspective, I would be explaining it completely differently. About why it's... like obviously at 1K, like you cannot jam Jack 10 here. Like obviously this, like it's just like I don't think you could have a jamming range here. To be honest, you just can't even have a jamming range. It doesn't make sense. But like, okay, the reason why having a jamming range here, guys, would be bad, in my opinion, is because both players can have 9-8. There's no cap going on situation. Like if you could have 9-8 and he can't, then he's not gonna 3-bet raise into you. But you're gonna want to raise every single queen in your range, and probably hands like ace 10, king 10, jack 10. I think could raise, but it's also like you have to get called by worse. And if you start raising every jack 10, then your opponent can almost just range block everything. But because that creates an issue in itself. But because then obviously then if you're just gonna put all the money in with a jack 10, then like he could just block all his queen X because you're just gonna put the money in anyway. That's like a weird solver thing. But overall I still think it's probably fine to raise jack 10. But you're gonna get 3-bet bluffed on a lot, so you don't like 9-8 should still like if you just play a jamming range, you're just like kind of like you're just making yourself way too exploitable when you just raise here because you don't have like you're gonna be betting a lot of your 5-4 and 9-8 on the turn already. So yeah, this is why like playing a jamming range here probably doesn't make much sense, but because both players can have 9-8, so when he faces the size, he could be like, I just call my 9-8, like realistically. He also can call sets. You're just not going to gain that much value from jamming. Like, if you raise here, like, sets can play back into you anyway with 9-8. So, basically, like, the hand that makes the most sense to jam, like, probably makes more money from not even jamming, though. Yeah, obviously, if you jam, jamming here is around 9-8, right? Basically, the idea behind why a solver would jam here is that, let's say you raise and your opponent is not going to re-raise hands like 7s or re-raise hands like 6s or re-raise hands like queens, right? This is the idea. So you go all in to put them in a tough spot, right? This is the idea. But in practice, does that make sense? If you raise this board, people are going to re-raise 7s, queens, right? They're just going to, right? Not even practice. In theory, if they're never 3-betting their sets, then you're just going to be able to milk them with your queen X. So, yeah. I mean, the river spots are, yeah. I'm still getting better at them. This is all theoretical, by the way, and this is why I'm not explaining it from this perspective. I'm trying to, like, actually explain it from a perspective of... Because obviously, I don't believe that you playing all in here is bad because it's not good in theory. I'm saying it's bad for other reasons. I think there's plenty of good spots at your stake where you can play all in, and it's not good in theory. But it's like extremely printing. I do it all the time, right? So it might just be a punt. No. Like the thing is, it's not like you actually might be right, bro, and he might have 0 calls. And if he has 0 calls, then it's really like if he actually has 0 calls, which is like very realistic, he could. Then it's just making money. But that's a big if, right? That's the hard part. Part of poker is figuring out the if, like. But I think like this is just such a massive overdue. Basically, what you're saying is you're worried about him like ace 10, but you have a 10. Ace 10's obviously never calling this all in. Um, I think it's okay, but I would say like your main leak is just trying to get your desired outcome too often in every hand. I think you like maybe like you come from like a sports background or like a video game background or like some competitive background where you just want to win the hand every hand versus a guy. You feel like if he bets small here and you call and he has ace 10, he outplayed me, he milked me. You know, like you can't have this thought process. You need to like see the game in a different light. Like if he blocks ace 10 and you call here, it's really not a win like for him. It's you have an auto defend. Like that's just how the game works. Like now you don't want to be too close-minded, but here it's just a call, to be honest. Like you're just massively overcomplicating your game, and that's what I worry about. I think like if you are to like walk the tightrope and play stuff like this, if you were like took like a 2K and outrag, or you put Linus Love and he did stuff like this, he could make it work playing your stake, but you're gonna make errors doing stuff like this, and it's gonna come back to bite you. So. Yeah. I mean, you're summing it up good too. Like, I mean, I don't know. For me, I guess the idea is Yeah, high showdown value is just like, yeah, the call EV is higher. But there are some spots where your call EV is high, but your bluff EV might be higher, right? So I don't want to just simplify to that because I see people make mistakes with that. Like you might have like, for example, some people say, oh, you shouldn't bluff this. You have showdown EV. There's plenty of spots where like you have showdown EV, but like the bluff's higher. For example, honestly, this spot, guys, exploitatively, my opponent is really like this spot is at 2K now, and I swear the way my opponent played the hand, my showdown, my like bluff EV would be like higher than this, and my check EV would be infinitely lower. He ended up having king queen as played, but like legitimately, I could find this hand as a bluff. I'm not kidding, right? It's like blocking kings is honestly like super nice, so it's completely fine to just jam this. But obviously the solver would be like, oh, it's extremely losing. Oh, I have showdown EV. Come on, Carter, it's micro stakes. Yeah, I know. I don't know. I don't like simplifying shit though. Call me crazy. Man, why don't I all in this hand? Because it's only losing 2 bigs when in reality it's like making trillion. So, just play a bot as big as your hand can afford. Yeah, I agree. I was saying there's no reason to do stuff like this. I just don't like to simplify this idea of like, because I'll see people check back hands like that actually in practice have 0 showdown EV. Simplification at micro is ideal. Bro got the Twisted Fate background because he's about to miss money. Bro, this graph is doomed, but bro, look at the week graph. It's kind of going crazy. Wait, how do I filter for like this? It's like December 18th. This is before rakeback, guys, so we're fucking killing it. This is before rakeback though. So, and we have like almost 100% rakeback now, so it's extra 6K on top of it plus leaderboard. Like over 20K in my last 11K hands. Feels good to be the Sunrunner. It's flattening out a bit, but it was. Are we downswung? But then we brought it back. If only if this could just be my permanent graph, guys. It just constantly looks like this. 1K is way easier than 200. Bro, I'm never going back to 200. That's driving me insane. How was your year? Not results, really. More like routine, volume. Honestly, went to Japan with my girlfriend for 2 months. That shit was elite. The year was honestly kind of shit for poker, to be honest. I'm not happy with the grind. But that, to be honest, because the year before that was very good. And that was the first time in my life I had like a lot of money, like relative to like where I'm at. So I kind of like just enjoyed like having a lot of fun. To be honest, not crazy fun, like bro, like I'm not like one of those guys, like I'm not going out. I have a girlfriend, like, but I meant like just like I don't know, hanging out with friends, chilling. And I kind of like took a heads up shot take and it went really bad, so then I was like really demotivated. I lost like 40K playing heads up, and then I caught like a downswing, so then I was demotivated. I overall had like pretty much a break even year, to be honest, but I didn't play so much. I think it was more. It was definitely more than break even. I just ended up spending a lot of money, to be honest, because I went to like Japan for 2 months and shit. Oh my god, what is this, guys? A shit reg just sent a hand history. Okay, fine. We'll review this shit reg's hand history, bro. Okay, I like this. It's fine, obviously. Check. Why did he check call? Are you just like playing on a 10,000 IQ level? I mean, yeah, you did fuck it. Yeah, no. Honestly, it's kind of good. It's honestly kind of good. The thing is, like, I just don't like doing this at 200 NL Russian cash, but like at like 10K NL, it's like not that bad of a hand. The thing is, I mean, I guess having the heart's better than this trade. Maybe I don't know. This guy plays higher. Yeah, I'm definitely locked in. I mean, I've been locked in to start the year. I'm super motivated now. Let's have a $1 million year. What do you guys think? This is why you don't blow Jack 10 on micros or jammed. Yeah, this isn't micro. This is 200 now. But yeah, his spot was a lot different than this. He was IP with like this guy reopened 75. Clearly has a strong hand. The reason the guy bluffed was because he thought the guy had no hand. Right, so it's important to be accurate with the thought process. Also, I have to review this hand. I won't forget about you. I'm curious, actually, though. Like, you did kind of trick the fuck out of him. But the thing is, like, I just worry that like, if you think the guy's like a higher six reg, it makes more sense. Because your hand does look like that. I just don't like leveling too much at lower, but obviously it's like a good line. But and I feel like you have to bet a lot of king jack on turn though. That's obviously it works. But the thing is also like he kind of had a hand that was gonna call you down either way. To be honest. What combo? I'm just curious what combo you check turn with most. Do you want a spade? But yeah, you can like roll for anything. It's only double bad suit that really bets the most. It's just kind of odd, actually. What is opponent's like main bluffing range on turn? Yeah, he bluffs a lot with the king of spades, so. But also king of spades like blocks calls when it bets, so it's kind of like equals out. But you do bet with the king of spades a lot because it blocks bluffs. It's mainly like the jack of spades. He still bets him. What is bro thinking with a6? Well, he's clearly thinking that the guy doesn't check call anything on the turn. That was Mr. Wisely's intent. Because to be honest, it does look like if you play higher, bro, this spot just looks so unbelievably overbluffed. He clearly, you can tell by the way he was sizing the whole hand, he thought he had nothing. Like the way he's sizing his hand, you can tell he thinks this guy has nothing. He's like betting like half pot. He's trying to like milk him. Yeah, like the line looks like jacks and kings. Okay. Especially jacks, to be honest. Obviously jamming tens as well. You like the jack of hearts because he bluffs more with the jack of hearts than the jack of spades? Wait, that doesn't make sense. He bluffs less with the jack of hearts. I don't know. Spot's La La Land because the guy's like clearly trying to exploit you by betting like 2 cents on the like repping absolutely nothing. Well played. It's always nice to just trap, bro, and get the 4 diamonds though. Like, how the fuck are you so good? Like, then I never fucking get that turn card, river card. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, how do you just get the 4 of diamonds there? Like, such a stutter. So disgusting. In my opinion, not good, but played by a6. Yeah, but like, bro, like, IMO, like, there's so many spots here where, like, shit regs will just overbluff the spot because they, like, will, like, see that they have jacks, and, like, they won't be honest that they never check call king jack to fucking half pot. At the end of the day, like, you're really putting your opponent on check calling a trap to half pot on, like, a pretty wet board. And this is not real. You got this, bro. The thing is, like, to play your stick, you just don't need to reinvent the wheel, so. Overall, you'll do good. And then calls. Euro bets. Yeah, I think it's fine. Practice, like, your queen might not be good on the river, but yeah, you blocked ace jack too. I think overall this blind is pretty good at triple. He should fold a lot of his worst flush draws. You're also worried about running into the a6 flush draws, but in reality it just has to be overfolded. There's just no way. It's not. I mean, like, how do you like the only street where it's like maybe iffy is turn. I think river. There's no way you can check back this hand in practice. Can you explain why Q is bad? I guess not. Like, what I was thinking is probably not true. But the idea I was thinking, it just doesn't really block his flushes, but I guess it can. Okay, it does give up river. Yeah, this is the initial thought. Like, the idea is he just doesn't. He has ace x of hearts hands, so you don't have like a massive. And he's probably supposed to fold a lot of his queen x of hearts on turn because there is the ace x of hearts on the board already. So you just end up like not really blocking too much of his value, I think. That being said, like, he probably should fold king queen of hearts earlier. Oh shit. The line is good in theory. No, I don't. No, it's kind of iffy in theory, to be honest, bro. Like, I'm gonna be real, it's iffy, but I don't even think it's like betting flop pure, but I don't know. I think I like the hand in practice, bro. To be honest, like, people will call too much. Maybe like some people will call too much ace x on turn, and then you gotta be careful when the ace is naked on these boards, though. You really do have to be careful. But overall, I don't see how you don't jam river in practice, man. Like, he called ace jack, and like, honestly, bro, like, this guy might fold it, so. Not his entire range. I mean, to be honest, bro, like, he has. Yeah, I'm gonna get what you're saying, right? And then you have to worry about getting snap called. Yeah, honestly, a lot of people like might not even call ace jack here, so it is what it is. People have this like there is a psychological thing of like when someone hits the river though, they just call. But you have a jack, right? So overall, I mean, you'll need to get like folds half the time. Anything other than ace x hard really? Yeah. I mean, I agreed, right? But the thing is, like, he might just have enough shittier hands. Like, I could see him folding ace five. I could see him like calling like other ace x on the turn. Yeah, we'll review it. Why not? Let's just see why this hand gives up river so I can explain it better. I would assume like turn is iffy because if he's not calling queen x of hearts, then the turn is not good, right? Are you cut off or MP? Also, in theory, the reason like the jack, okay, actually can have showdown in this hand, weirdly enough, because he could easily have like deuce x of hearts, 3 deuce and 4 deuce. So now, it doesn't feel like that's a lot, but it can make a difference. Yeah, I mean, overall, it's an okay heuristic. I mean, like, people should overfold their flush draws and they end up with not much. Yeah, that's the thing. The turn is usually not the greatest straight, but, you know. Because, okay, and the reason why is he's going to fold the Queen of Hearts. So you're actually just blocking, like, when you're playing big size on turn, you need to think with a river heuristic, right? Like, you already don't want to really block folds. I think it's quite important, so. Okay. But we pot it, and then we get the 4 diamonds. Oh, no, we didn't. We didn't get the 4. What did we get? We got a jack. We got a jack, right? Like this? No, he had ace jack of clubs, so it's not the same suit. Where is it? It's jack of hearts. What am I fucking doing? Obviously. Huh? Let's unlock 0 donks. Yeah, you see in this line, particularly your Queen of Hearts actually is okay. I think ace 10 is bluffing, by the way. It's like merging on the turn, and then it's bluffing on the river. Because it's just like you actually like need to have an ace 6 of hearts bluff. It's like almost impossible, and then you find like ace 5 is jamming for value, I'm pretty sure, but as a merge. Queen 10 and 4. Yeah, that's why it's bluffing. But it's just not really that common on the turn. It depends on what your turn betting range is as a bluff. It's like honestly one of your main bluffs, so. Yeah, this is how I think about it. Like in low stakes, you try not to get your opponent off like good objective hand strike. But at the same time, bro, it's honestly whatever, man. Like people could have too much of this shit, and like I actually think the line's fine. I think like you should jam queen jack here every time you get to the river. By the way, like just don't worry about it. Like, I don't know, maybe it's bad advice, but I think you have to jam on the river. You're just gonna constantly like, bro, like whatever you call it. Like sometimes, bro, it's part of poker. The guys are just gonna call a hand that they shouldn't have called, and you're gonna bluff, and you're gonna feel like you're gonna know for a fact your bluff is losing money. It's just part of poker. Like, it is what it is. Like, I don't know, maybe it's bad advice, but that's just what I think. Because at the end of the day, I think overall this spot has got to be overfolded on the river. Like you need 50% folds. I mean, here I'm jamming over pot, so it's weird. Yeah, you even blocked the ace jack you called with exactly. Like honestly, he might have called ace jack, but like he might not call ace 5, right? He might have too much ace 9, bro. He might have too much ace 8. He might fold ace queen here. Like he might get scared. So at the end of the day, he might have too much of ace 8. He might like you never know. Be careful with the turn barrel. Yeah, I am. I personally find that this triple board is just usually pretty printing, but yeah. The turn is just opposite heuristics. The thing is, I think like in practice though, to be honest, guys, in practice, like even the Queen of Hearts is better, like realistically, because like people just don't like people will make mistakes and call too much Queen of Hearts here. These boards are just overbluff. Yeah, I think it's good. I overall think like your play is good, honestly, and it gets even better when you go to 200. I think it works even well. So yeah, I don't mind it. You ran into ace jack fucking suited, bro, and the guy river did 2 pair. Like, I mean, it's like, and you had a bluff. I mean, that's just life, right? You can't just be looking at every board the guy fucking calls you with. I think it's whatever, man. I think it's good. I think it's a good line. the end of the day, he like bingoed 2-pair on the river, and yeah. People will call war flush draws and they should on flop too. I don't think you fold the flush draw on the flop. 10-9, I guess. You fold some, but you don't fold too many. Like, there's some weird like blocker heuristic going on. I don't think you should fold the flush draw most of the time. Mary Queen Hearts is bad there in game, to be honest. Yeah, it's like usually not bad. Overall, stronger hand probably just it's better in low stakes because you get like 2 blocker-ish. Like people can be doing too much random shit, so just blocking good hand usually equals good, I think. Like in higher state, like not even higher, but like in theory, guys, like when you're betting a really big size on the turn, you want a lot of fold equity. And the issue with the Queen of Hearts, guys, is it's not going to bet on this river. I'm pretty sure. Honestly, it could. Okay, you're just not gonna bluff King Jack on the river, so yeah, it's losing more. So, Queen 10's better because you can fold out Queen Jack. But yeah. Happy new one, thanks. Anyways, guys, I think I'm gonna call it here for the study stream. I don't know how long I studied, but always over an hour. But I gotta go hang out and have a good New Year's. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for everyone showing up. Thanks to the Super Chat Atlas. Thanks everyone. Appreciate you guys for showing up, giving the hand histories. Honestly, some interesting spots. Overall, Gillian, I think you're kind of, I think you're playing really well, man. I wouldn't worry about it. Like at best we're nitpicking you, bro. Honestly, at best we're nitpicking. Like, to be honest. So nice hand. Wisely, you're fucking ill, man. Like, I don't know why you're just doing this like troll shit all the time. But honestly, bro, like, if you know for a fact that that guy's like a high stakes reg, he's gonna over like that line. Your line's printing then. So, well played, well played. Especially if like he perceives you as a wreck and he's just gonna reopen for like 2 cents. So, anyways, I'll see you. Wisely, you gotta DM me on Discord, but.